It's finally happening. This month, Bill and Hillary Clinton will be deposed by the House Oversight Committee as part of a probe into the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. Let's take a look. There's a major announcement from Congressman James Comer today. After months of back and forth, Bill and Hillary Clinton agreed to be deposed. Comer wrote on X, once it became clear that the House of Representatives would hold them in contempt, the Clintons completely caved and will appear for transcribed, filmed depositions this month. Former President Clinton will appear for a deposition on February 27, 2026, and former Secretary Clinton will appear for a deposition on February 26. After delaying and defying duly issued subpoenas for 6 months, the House Oversight Committee moved swiftly to initiate contempt of Congress proceedings in response to their non-compliance. We look forward to now questioning the Clintons as part of our investigation into the horrific crimes of Epstein and Maxwell to deliver transparency and accountability for the American people and for survivors. Now, Comer told the press a bit later on a few more details.
I'm very pleased today that the terms were the rules of a standard deposition. So they're not going to be treated any differently than anyone else.
Now, it is so important that the hearing be held like this because no one is above the law in the United States. And on issues like this, no one gets to be treated differently because of their stature. What Jeffrey Epstein and his associates were doing was so horrific that we need to figure out not just what happened in this case, but how we can stop it happening again. All of the missed signs need to be interrogated and addressed. So while the Clintons have never been accused of wrongdoing, Bill was a known friend of Epstein. It is important to hear from him on this. Comer explained what is at stake.
This isn't about helping President Trump. This isn't about protecting President Trump. This is about doing two things, what we've said all along, getting the truth to the American people about what happened with the whole Epstein saga, and secondly, how did the government fail the victims? That's the purpose of the whole investigation, and it's bipartisan, and hopefully the Clintons will hopefully have some information that'll be helpful to us getting answers. You know, one question everybody has, how did Jeffrey Epstein accumulate so much wealth? And I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. I've read every story about the Epstein. So that, and obviously the documents, the 3 million pages of documents we're going through, I know you all are going through, and we'll hopefully have had time in the next 2 weeks to have gone through all of those documents and see if there's any other questions that might be relevant to the Clintons.
But the question is, will the Clintons show up? They've been avoiding the subpoenas for a while, and this latest agreement only came after it became clear they risked being held in contempt of Congress. Now, I'm not sure if Comer is too confident they'll end up being there.
The contempt motion is still on the table. The contempt of Congress is for failing to show up. This will be their third date that we've given the Clintons. And 3 strikes and you're out. The votes are there for contempt. I think there are Democrats that will vote to hold him in contempt if the Clintons miss this next date. So we're hopeful that they'll come in. We can ask questions I think every American and every curious reporter would have, and then we'll move on.
So set your diaries for later this month because hopefully by the end we will have heard from Bill and Hillary Clinton on this important issue. That's it for me this week. Remember to like and subscribe to Sky News Australia so you can stay up to date with not just my videos, but all of the other videos we have from our excellent commentators here at the network.